Hi everyone, this is Jessica L'Whor and I'm here with Ask a L'Whor. I'm here in my new Denver room slash drag lab with all the crap behind me, and I'm answering your questions. I'm getting ready, or I'm ready to go for the gig up in Fort Collins. I know I've been down here for 2 days and I'm already going back up to Fort Collins for the gig with the Glitter Drag Cabaret. I decided to get a little bit funky tonight, try something different. Why not? I'm really enjoying it. I think it looks kind of cool. Everyone seemed to really like my last L'Whor video. This is my L'Whor number 11, and everyone seemed to really like number 10. I would love to talk about the Denver drag scene or Colorado drag scene more if you have questions that regard it, so just comment below with any kind of questions that you have. My subscribers have gone up in just a day, and my views have skyrocketed as well, so I'm very thankful and appreciative. Moving right into questions, I have two questions that I'm going to answer, and then I have a couple more for the next time. The first question is, does size matter when you tuck, and how does a queen learn to tuck? Is it something you talk about? I think for me, I have no problem talking about tucking and anything like that. I actually talk a lot about it at college shows, so I do kind of like a live Ask a L'Whor at college shows, and I ask them, they can ask anything they want, judgment free. They don't have to be censored or have to be worried about how they're phrasing it, just whatever. Because most of the people that come to college shows don't know anything anyway, and so they're curious, they have a lot of questions, and so I get a lot of questions of like, where does your dick go? And so I explained very openly, various levels of tucking based off of the experiences that I've had and that I've had with other queens. So when we have conversations about how we tuck or anything like that, I find different methods of how other queens do it, whether that be just smashing it down, duct taping it with spray adhesive, layers of pantyhose, tight underwear. Everyone has kind of their trick to help keep their dick in place, basically. And so I have no problem talking about it. Most queens have no problem talking about it either. It's really just how you approach it, if you're being respectful or if you're just making it creepy at that point. How does a queen learn to tuck? For me specifically, I asked a lot of questions. I remember asking Victoria Sexton when I first started. I remember looking at Willem's YouTube video. I remember a lot of trial and error. So just trying a couple different techniques, and now I feel very confident and comfortable in my tucking ability. Other queens have different experiences about how they learned, and some still don't know how to tuck certain ways, in that they know how to tuck or they know how to flatten down to make it smooth, but they don't know how to like tuck it because either it hurts them or they're not medically able to or they're afraid or anything like that. And so really just depends on the performer. Does size matter when you tuck? You know, I've honestly heard both responses. I hear, oh, it's so much easier to tuck the bigger that you are flaccid, and I also hear, well, it's actually harder to tuck because there's just more going on, or it doesn't stay in place. And in all honesty, I think size doesn't really matter in terms of tucking. I think it just, like I said, everybody knows their body and they're able to figure out what works best for them. In this case, I don't really think it ever matters, but I don't think tucking matters. If there's any queens out there that know differently and are going to be respectful about it, I'd love for you to comment and share more about your experience with that, because I'm unsure at this point. The next question I have, so this was a private message that somebody sent me and they wanted me to answer, and they were very curious, they were very serious, so I wanted to take the time to do that. Sorry again, I'm fighting a cold, but I still want to keep doing these, so I apologize. So this is the whole paragraph, and I'll censor out what doesn't need to be said. I don't know if you're a top, bottom, verse, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm asking for advice. I'm a bottom. Love it for the most part. Started seeing a new guy recently, and he has really changed the game, so to speak. Like, I swear by water-based lube to get everything in smoothly, and that's worked out for years, but I simply have never been with somebody so damn hung. It hurts, like a lot, and I want to be able to be with him and not have this be a problem. I am hating life. I have never had the issue. How do I make this not an issue? Very flat out, very first thing that I would say is you have to have open communication with him about what you're going through and what you're experiencing, and experiment with your partner very openly about how to make this sexual experience beneficial for yourself and for your partner. You being in pain is not how sex should ever be. That's never how it is. I am relating back to my first experience. So I lost my virginity to somebody that was very, very well endowed, and unfortunately, because I was very inexperienced and he was also, it was a very awful experience for me. So I went from this hating phase of bottoming to this phase of wanting to be versatile, because it's important to satisfy, in my opinion, your partner and reciprocate all that. That's a whole other question. But my first suggestion or advice is to communicate with your partner and find out different ways, whether that is taking more time to kind of ease into it, changing position so that you are more in control. So sometimes getting on top for a bottom allows that person to be more in control over what's happening with their body and take it slower and easier. I would communicate that maybe you need a longer foreplay session, so whether that's allowing you to be more relaxed down there or be more open and just kind of pre-game before you simulate sex, as graceful as I'm trying to put that. I think that if it's somebody that you really want to be with and it's something that you really enjoy, that's a big part, is just communicating your needs and communicating how this can be a better experience for yourself. I don't see a problem with water-based lube or silicone-based. I can't remember. I always get them confused which one is like the better one. But I don't think that's your problem here. I think a lot of it is just making sure that you're knowing your body and you're taking the time to ease your body into having sex, which will, in the long run, not matter what size dick he is. And it'll make it a better experience overall. So I hope that helps. If not, you messaged me before, so message me again, and I'd love to talk more about it, or I can go further into depth about different suggestions or pieces of advice. But coming from somebody that had that similar experience, that was how I got back into the game of feeling confident in bottoming without fear of it, was knowing my body and taking those steps to and being very vocal and communicative with my partner. Yeah, I really like those questions. Thank you so much for asking those. Again, ask anything you want. Try to stump me if you're curious to know my opinions on anything and everything, or if you just want me to babble or talk about something that sounds good. I kind of upgraded a little bit, and I got a light to shine in on my face so it doesn't look so dark. So these videos are getting a little bit better and better. Continue to find me on Facebook, friend me, and like my page. I just started a line with Drag Queen merch, so go to dragqueenmerch.com and find Jessica L'Whor. You can buy some L'Whor shirts and tank tops. Those are really fun. It'd be a great support for me. Find me on Instagram at let's try that again. Find me on Instagram at _L.whor. Find me and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Those are going up. I'd love to hit 100 by the end of October, so that's my goal. That'd be really, really cool. Otherwise, I will see you all soon. Bye!